What's up, everybody, and welcome to Kangaroo Church, home of the modern Christian. So, I'm super excited today because I'm finally launching this channel. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I was kind of hoping somebody else might do something similar so that I didn't have to do it because I'm not so much of a socialite and want to be out in the public eye. I do have those moments, but for the most part, I'm a little more of an introvert. I spend my time mostly alone, mostly contemplating things that seem important to me, and also just enjoy thinking about, what life is, where did things come from, things of that nature, right? So I was hoping somebody might kind of make a channel addressing some of these issues relating to what the message of Christianity really is. And that hasn't happened, so here's my channel. Now, of course, there's videos out there about the message of Christianity, and there's whole YouTube channels dedicated to the Christian faith. However, I feel like none of these are truly capturing the essence of the message of Christianity. And I'm talking about the message of Christianity before the Council of Nicaea, before Constantine, before the Inquisition, before the term Gnostic even existed, right? These were the original Christians. And I think it's important to know that at this period in time, a Christian was more like a scholar or a philosopher than anything else. They were seekers of truth. They were interested in how the universe worked, what gave them life, what gave nature life, what is the source of all things. These are the types of questions that were being contemplated by the original Christians. And if you think that this Christianity prior to this period in time of Constantine, the Inquisition, Gnosticism, if you think Christianity before then is no different than Christianity after then, after the Council of Nicaea, after the King James Version of the Bible, if you think there's no difference there, I highly suggest you go back and look at history, do some reading, do some research, and look at what really happened, because there's overwhelming evidence about the differences between then and now. And there's overwhelming evidence about how those original views of Christianity came into existence. And these are things that we are going to be talking about on this channel. This is exactly what we are going to question, is how did Christianity become Christianity? Where did it come from? What was the original message? And how can we follow in the faith more truly, more authentically, and how can we get more out of it? And so this really is what a modern Christian is. A modern Christian is going back to the original ways of the original Christians. It's going back to the original teachings, right? And those original teachings were much more rooted in logic, reason, critical thinking, intuition, and inquiry versus blind faith, dogma, and fear, which are the three things that tend to make up the majority of Christian teachings today. The modern Christian is taking into consideration all things from science as well as spirituality. A modern Christian understands quantum mechanics, understands string theory, understands the general laws of science, right? And it's these things, it's these proofs that give him faith, because they show evidence, unrefuted evidence, that there is a living intelligence, a creative mind, a source to all things. And because this is rooted in evidence through reason, logic, and critical thinking, these beliefs are much stronger than those who are scared into them or who are fearful of what will happen if they don't believe. And I do want to say, people don't just come to faith through critical thinking or through fear, right? There's also personal experience. which I think is probably the most profound of any of the methods. And personal experience, as we'll see in future videos, actually directly relates and is included into the modern Christian, right? Because through a process of inquiry and of intuition, your personal experiences are a profound part of your belief system, right? So there are near-death experiences. There are people who believe they have communications with a higher power. These things can be included in the view of the modern Christian. And now, well, you may say, well, I thought modern Christians were all related to facts and science and nothing else. How can you lump in near-death experiences and talking to higher powers with your mind into that space? But it can fit into that space, and actually, in fact, does fit into that space in a profound and inseparable way. The fact that it was separated to begin with is the problem, and what we will be talking about in future episodes as well. So there is so much to cover. I am so excited about doing some of these future videos. We're going to have some amazing conversations. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.